Welcome to Dirt Cowboys YouTube. Today you're going to watch us bring home this pile of junk so we can donate its soul to this pile of junk. Facebook Marketplace strikes again. Well, all loaded up. We were hoping it had a 7 over, but it's just got a 7 straight, which is like a 6-speed with a low. But he's got some custom non-labeled switches in here and stuff. So we're gonna have to figure out what those are, because you don't want to hit that and then turns out it's an ejector seat or something. Alright, well, it's cold out here. Let's hit the road. We're gonna race this guy.
Parking allowed. Some people.
You didn't think we'd leave you hanging, did you? We're gonna see if this bad Larry will start. Hey, Zane?
Yeah.
If it doesn't start, then we'll just air it up with shop air and push it off somewhere. Right, Zane? Oh, there's oil all over this cocksucker now. Okay. Contact! I don't think she's gonna go.
Fail.
Contraception or Plan B work.
muffler delete. Now she's ready to start. So we did a little bit of diagnosing here off camera. So when we had it on the trailer, we pulled the dipstick. When we had it on the trailer, we pulled the dipstick and it had oil. And so, because with these Huey engines, you need oil pressure for the injectors. So today, when we pulled the dipstick, there was no oil in the dipstick. So what I remembered back to their story, the old owners told us, when they discovered the coolant in the oil, they just drained all the coolant, drained all the oil, and refilled it with oil and left it. And I don't know if they put a whole bunch of oil, like I don't know if they filled it to the full mark of oil or if they just put a couple gallons in it. So, but well, no, it was full because we pulled the dipstick. But I think so when we cranked it and by the time it filled everything with oil, there was no oil in it. So anyways, we put 2 gallons of oil in it and then we checked for fuel pressure. We have fuel pressure at the pump, and then we took the rail off the back of the head and we have fuel there, and it actually was starting to smoke. So now that was the next step. We cut the muffler off and we're taking the intake pipe off here so that we could fog it with ether, because it is too cold. It won't fire up. I don't know if we have enough battery, so we'll give it the old summer breeze, the old compression in a can. So this is going to be your fuel rail here. This is the return, so it gets fuel at the front side of the engine, and this is where it returns it to the tank. And then this, I believe, is your oil rail, so this is where your high pressure oil is. So we took the line off the turbo up there and cranked the engine over, and we had no oil there. And after cranking for a while, oil started to gurgle out with some air bubbles, and then we put the line back on and then cranked for a little while, and then we got fuel coming out of the return, which means we have fuel in our rail. And it was smoking, and so that's when we stopped cranking to not waste battery, and now we'll resort to the Cosby sauce. If you guys watched our dozer video, you all know how familiar we are with the Cosby sauce, right, Zane? There we go.
That's right. Summer in a can.
Summer breeze, summer in a can.
Contact.
I think that's all ether. Oh no, it is running on its own. We'll rev past 1200 though. Ooh, she's running rough. There we go. Oh, Zane thinks I'm hurting it. See if the cruise works. How's she sound? Give her some R's. Hey, give her some R's in there, Zane. I want to hear it. He's worried about the cold. You're gonna blow it up. The engine's cold. Okay, shut it off.
Contact. Stone cold, what did you do? Put his foot to the floor.
Yeah, because I was trying to prime the fuel system.
Do you need to warm up your truck before you start it? Start it right up, give it 5-10 seconds, put it in drive and take off, but do not let your truck, a diesel, sit and idle.
Hey, did you steal my other glove?
Was it a success?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Another glove?
They say, I've heard them say with, because this would be a wet sleeve engine, and because there's no coolant in it, obviously. So they say if you run these wet sleeve engines with no coolant, you have nothing to absorb the heat from combustion, and you'll melt the O-rings on the liners, which for us, we're beyond that point of doing that, because we suspect that the O-rings are already bad, and that's why it sat over winter and got coolant in the oil. So we weren't really too worried about that. Although all those cold revs probably weren't the greatest for it.
Probably not.
Let's see if she fires up hot, like with no ether assistance. That sounds cool. These Huey ones sound good. Well, now that it runs, we can go show them what it's for, right, Zane?
Yeah, there we can.
This is our Lodestar, unexactly sure of the year. They made these from, I don't know, late 60s into the early 70s with the butterfly hood. This one's got the 304 gas engine, and we're gonna body swap this truck onto the frame of that other truck.
Across this gem right here. Nice and beautiful gem. It's really a piece of shit. But they had it listed, got coolant in the engine oil, and they wanted to get rid of it. I think they had it listed for $6,000, but they said it had a headache rack with toolboxes and a fifth wheel on it. But they said they were pulling all that off. So me and him kind of talked about it, and we were like, well, we should just message them and offer it for dirt cheap and see if they go for it. So he texts them and he offers them $2,000 for it, and to our surprise they took it. So this is our new truck. They had said that it was getting coolant into the engine oil, so we kind of figure that either could be one of two things. Either the liner O-rings went bad in it and it leaked all the coolant into the engine oil over winter, or it's a possibility, it's highly unlikely, but it's a possibility that they popped the engine oil cooler, and that could also drain all your coolant down into the oil pan. So either way, we got a little bit of troubleshooting to do on it. We'll probably pressure up the radiator and then drop the oil pan off of it and put a little bit of coolant in it first, and then pressure up the radiator, drop the oil pan, and see where we're getting coolant into the engine. So it needs some engine work, but we figured it was a really good buy for the price we were getting at. Like, I mean, got brand new caps, and not brand new, but pretty new caps and 22.5s on it.
$1,000 in tires.
$1,000 in tires, and we paid $2,000 for it.
Yeah. So tell them why we wanted a Huey, or tell them what's different about a Huey from a mechanical.
So what they do is we take engine oil pressure, and we run in here what's a high pressure oil pump. And so through some pistons and force multiplication, we take our low pressure oil and we turn it to high pressure oil. So like they'll high pressure that oil up to like 3,000 psi, and they'll fire the injectors with it. So that was kind of a way to get higher fuel pressure, better atomization and injection into the engine for burning cleaner, emissions, all that kind of bullshit that started going on in the 90s.
And if you happen to lose oil pressure for whatever reason,
yeah, that's the other really nice thing about a Huey engine is if you lose engine oil pressure, if you don't have low oil pressure, you can't have high oil pressure.
Yeah.
So if you lose engine oil pressure, usually you won't spin bearings or seize the crank or anything like that,
because the engine won't run.
It'll just quit running.
And so the other thing with Huey is we're gonna have some luxuries that normally you wouldn't with a mechanical swap.
Yeah, like now, because it's Huey and it's electronic, like we got the ECM right here, we have the luxuries of cruise control, high idle, all that kind of stuff, where you can do
probably electric or fan clutch controls.
Yeah, you can do all that with a mechanical engine, but it's a little bit harder just because you gotta have a physical way to move that linkage to high idle it, or it wouldn't even be a cruise control, it'd be a throttle lock.
Yeah, which won't hold the hill.
Yeah.
Well, are we thankful they tuned in to watch?
Yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Share.
Share it. Oh yeah, share.
Yeah. That's a good one. Don't dislike.
No, no dislike. Leave us a comment too.
Yeah.
If there's anything you guys seen,
if you like us
video
to make any other videos on, or if you got any other questions.
Yeah, we'll answer all questions in the comments, like that truck or whatever you guys seen out here, because we do have plans for that truck, and
there's always plans for everything.
Yeah, everything kind of has
time and money.
Yeah. Okay.